KMC Productions presents Brutus Goes Riding. Greetings, fellow travelers, and welcome to the Salado Creek Greenway. Our first stop on today's tour will be the Walker Ranch Historic Landmark Park, where I began my mountain biking career, if you want to call it that.
Years ago.
I'd just gotten Brutus back together after an extended period of disrepair, and I was anxious to get started. This is an area where I began riding to get my experience. Broke some parts here, a few little minor injuries, but no big deal. It's not too technical. It's not too dangerous. You do see a lot of deer here. There's actually a big buck ahead of me here, just standing there watching me. He took off as I got close. But you can see some minor technical areas here, like this little ditch right here. It's a lot of fun. There's not a whole lot of cactus. Well, not a whole lot of cactus close to the trail. Back on the Salado Creek Greenway. Going to turn left here to get to an area that I've always wanted to go to. I've heard about. I've seen other bikers get out here. Mountain bikers like Cobra Kyle. And today is the day I'm finally going to take Brutus, and we're going to see what's going on over here. This is McAllister Park. And I just love being on a concrete trail here and then just dropping off right onto the single track. This area here is faster than Walker Ranch. A little more technical. This particular stretch of trail doesn't have a whole lot of cactus close by. Little hilly, which is fun. I know they have some enduro races out here once in a while, from what I understand. You can tell by the lengthening shadows that we're going to be running out of daylight here pretty soon. Love these little downhill areas. You can really get some speed up. I noticed a single track heading off into this what looks like a cave. Going uphill here, but you can see by the trail and by the little dirt berms that are built up along the side of the curves that there are bikers that get out here and take these curves at speed. I'm not one of those just yet. May get there someday. But for now, I'm just going to test ride Brutus, and we're going to have some fun. The brush and the cactus at times closes in right on the side of the trail. There, as you can see. You may have noticed that marking is an indication of some sort of race. You notice by the sound of the jet flying over, we're not too far from the airport. There weren't too many roots stretching across the trail here. Because many times the sun got in my eyes as I came around a curve, and as soon as I could see again, I found myself off the trail in the brush, which really only adds to the fun of the matter, don't you think? But the day was wearing on, and I still had a couple miles to go to get back home. And at this point, I wasn't sure where this trail ended. I'm really unfamiliar with this area. But a little ways up the road, and we're about to come upon a gravel road, which marks the end of the single track. And at this point, I'm really not sure where I am in the park, but I know that I'm eventually going to find my way out. I'm just hoping it's before it gets completely dark. Can't really tell by the video, but there is a distinct decline here, and I got up to 25 miles an hour without even pedaling, which is good for cleaning the mud off the tires. Back at Walker Ranch Park, and I happen to notice off to the right a large buck, and I want to give him a cameo appearance on this video. He just watched me stop and then didn't seem to notice me at all. He just kind of walked across the road like Bambi's daddy. Seemed a little startled when I started to take off. I wish I wasn't trying to startle him. But he went on his way, I went on mine. Then it was on to OP Schnabel Park. That guy up front is Pringle, who knows all these trails by the back of his hand. The guy in blue is Joe Chenzo Hernandez, and the biker in yellow is Carlos Rodriguez. Carlos and Joe are co-workers of mine. It was actually me telling them about Brutus and all our adventures together that got them fired up, watching videos and getting mountain bikes, and here they are. And they've already passed me up in skill level, but that's okay. Saw a lot of deer there this day, and came upon some sort of weird little temple looking area where somebody had built up many little stacks of rocks in no particular order. There was a large square structure and a cross. We don't know what that's all about, but I accidentally knocked one of the rocks over, so I hope it's nothing too bad. I love getting out here on these kind of trails and pushing my limits, pushing my skill levels. And this is me. I'm heading back to the car because I have to work that night. But I had to go down this one area one last time. It ends where we parked the cars. And it's a little technical. It's a lot of fun. You have to do a whole lot of pedaling down. Sometimes the trees remind me of the forest moon of Endor. And you know, it really helps enhance the experience if you have a vivid imagination like I do. And the degree of decline here was enough to where you had to, at times, ride the brakes. Well, I did, since I didn't want to crash into a tree. Like this one here, look at this. Boom. Kept rolling along, kept pushing the envelope. But eventually the ride ended. I made it to the car. But not before enjoying another little stretch of path here. Not very technical, not very difficult, but just a whole lot of fun. If you don't have a mountain bike, you should get one. Areas like Opie Schnabel are a great way to enjoy life. Thank you, City of San Antonio, for getting all this set up. Thank you for watching. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe. And I'll see you out on the trail.